Earlier this month, the Native Women's Association of Canada organized its 8th annual Candlelit Vigil in honor of missing and murdered Aboriginal women. This year, approximately 216 vigils took place across Canada and North America. Over 200 people gathered in Ottawa on October 4th to remember those tragically taken from our community. Participants met at the Human Rights Memorial on Elgin Street and marched on the Prime Minister's office in Parliament Hill. But the event does more than just remember the lives of sisters, daughters, mothers, and grandmothers who have been taken. Participants also gather to shed light on an issue that has affected more than 650 Indigenous women in Canada. Alayna Marjorie is a graduate of Western University in London, Ontario, who majored in First Nation Studies and Social Justice and Peace. This is her 4th Sisters in Spirit event.
Over 200 concerned citizens and Indigenous peoples from the surrounding area who came to hear a couple speakers and families who have been affected by this crisis. We met at the Human Rights Memorial on Elgin Street and walked up to Parliament together. We heard a couple songs from Indigenous youth, had a round dance, and just basically listened to the families who have been affected by this crisis. Just because there's over 660 Indigenous women who have gone missing or murdered. And Indigenous women are 5 times more likely to die at the hands of violence than any other female population in the country. And it's specifically important this year, like any other year, just because of this throne speech where the Harper government vowed that it would reopen efforts to investigate what's taking place here. And really the issue stems from ongoing colonial violence. And so actions speak louder than words.
When Alayna attends the rally next year, she hopes to see more than just initiative from the Harper government.
The high rates of violence faced by Indigenous women in this country is a national human rights tragedy and crime. And so it requires us to speak loud and to continue to pressure the government until we actually see action taking place on the ground and until the Harper government starts listening to Indigenous communities who are affected by this colonial violence.
This has been Meagan Sylvester for Radioactive News, Ottawa.